Here we go. I'm gonna hit record.
Okay.
Oh, and I need to hit record here too. All right.
I listen to the Black Guy Who Tips podcast because Rod and Karen are hot.
Hey, welcome to another episode of the Black Guy Who Tips podcast. I'm your host, Rod, joined as always by my... Oh, wait. I should be like, I'm your host, Lord Rod, joined as always by Queen Lady Karen.
I'm here.
We're here with probably your favorite episode of the week for some of y'all. Our House of the Dragon recap. Of course, we take a day a week to review and recap the show that we, well, really to recap the show that we love so much. We dress up. If you want to see us on Spotify Spotify. If you want to see us on YouTube in all of our, costumes and stuff, check us out. We appreciate y'all. Thank you to everyone.
Crowdcast.
Yeah, thank you to everybody. Yeah, crowdcast.io. Search the Black Guy Tips. You want to watch us live. Thank you to everybody that shared the word. There were so many people that tagged us. That's every week. I'm going to call that out. Like, if you can share us, if you listen on YouTube, share us on your social medias. If you take a screenshot, if you listen on a podcast app, hit the share button. Try to get as many people possible to know about this little show and these black people recapping some House of the Dragon.
Because we have a good time.
We do. And we want other people to know we're having a good time with it. So please make sure y'all do that. Because, why wouldn't you do that? You somebody of a jerk. Of course. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm about to say, yes, we put these costumes. We do it because we love you. I was having technical difficulty with my crown is crooked, but I don't care. At least it's on my head this time.
Yeah, listen, it looks cool. It looks like you meant to do it crooked.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But
Karen
all right.
B.I.G.
Let me give a little bit of show, little notes for y'all real quick. Housekeeping. Look, we don't mind some feedback, but we don't want your theories. We don't want what you think is going to happen. We don't want this is what happened in the book. We don't care.
No,
we don't want to know.
No, we don't.
We purposely trying not to know. We have not read the books. If we wanted to read the books, we read the books. You're not smarter because you read the books and you know what's going to happen.
Right.
If anything, it just makes it less enjoyable when fans hear that me and Karen already know a thing, and you don't get the enjoyment of just us going, what the fuck? he dead, whatever it is that y'all want to hear us say. So please, let's not ruin the experience for any other people. And when you write in, keep it to our recaps and not like your recaps. We not. You got to start your own podcast, start your own blog. Don't use our platform.
Twitter thread.
Yeah, like they didn't come for you. No offense, they came for us, and it's a lot of work, and it takes a lot of time to do these. So don't add to our work already. All right. Thank you, everybody. With that out the way, let's go ahead and get into this episode of House of the Dragon by playing the intro. That's right. House of the Dragon, episode 3 of season 3. It is called episode 2 of season 3. It's called Queen's Landing. And JL Covan, shout out to him. He made a great point. Last week we were like, man, that one felt like the finale of the episode. Not this week. That's not how you start a season. That's how you normally end it.
Right. And
he was like, actually, doesn't all the violence and war normally happen in episode 9 of the season, and then episode 10 is more like put a cap on the storylines? And I was like, damn, that's right. I guess it kind of did feel like that, but I was just told that they were told to scrap an episode last year, and they were like, and then they moved an episode. Well, this felt to me like an actual episode 10 of a season. Like this would have been where we should have ended last season.
Yes,
period.
yes. And the whole and like the break would have been what's gonna happen next, blah blah blah. Because normally they end huge.
Yeah, not
Like,
normally on shocking cliffhangers.
No,
like, oh, so and so son
it's
just
something
died.
definitive. Somebody
Yeah.
has made a choice and a decision, and from that point, everybody has to live with whatever that decision is.
Yes, and if you think about the storylines and the timing, without that year in between or however long it took to get us another season, if you take away that and just go back to how did you feel watching episodes 7 and 8 of last season, the storylines would have felt more connected. Like the idea of Ray being locked in her room
would have made more sense.
it actually feels more, it makes more emotional sense if you're coming off of 8 episodes of men undermining her at Dragonstone.
Yeah, because that's the extreme of it.
Yes, but instead of feeling like, didn't we get over this shit? This is a year and a half ago. Good, fucking wake up, guys. But instead of that feeling, you go, oh no, that makes sense because they were not listening to her the whole time, and it cost them essentially. I think stuff like that would have hit a little bit harder. Stuff with Allison that happened in this episode would have hit a little bit harder if we didn't have that long break between seasons. But at any rate, let me start with the way we always supposed to start. I was so excited last week. I think I didn't start like this. But Karen, what'd you think overall about this episode, Queen's Landing?
This episode was good. This episode is a great it's a great follow-up because you can basically tell these were connected, and that makes sense. Like, and you could tell, like for me, these are literally connected to last season.
Yeah.
So the next episode literally is probably should have been episode 1 of this season. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they end it. Like how they end this one, because you've tacked the end of last season onto the beginning of this season. So how are you going to end the season?
Okay. Well, I mean, so is that how you felt about this episode, though? Because you're talking about them moving the episodes, but like just thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumbs up. I enjoyed it. But I think the shocking of Po Tink Tink dying was kind of hard to the heart last episode.
Okay. I liked it a lot. This is one of their better episodes. It felt like it was fast moving.
Yes. Got
a lot of storylines coming to some level of resolution, or as Alice would say in this episode, it's the end of some things and the beginning of others or whatever. So it felt like that. Definitely like a key linchpin point. And the other thing I have to give this episode credit for before we even get started is Emma Darcy, or as I'll call Emmy Darcy, because if Emma Darcy don't win an Emmy off of this episode as Rhaenyra, I don't know who's gonna win. Like, she gave me what happened with King Viserys. Yeah, like she gave us every emotion,
she was acting her ass off.
This script had her doing something different every time we saw her, and yet you had to believe that was the same character that was just going through it in different ways, from the weak, faltering version to the strong, duty-bound version to the queen that was commanding to the grieving mother. Oh my gosh, she put on a motherfucking tour de force, in my opinion. And it hadn't been like that since, like I said, Patty did it as Viserys, and he was giving us everything that episode too. So this is how you do it.
Yes, sir.
All right, I've separated it into locations. Let's just get right into it. The Vale is a very short one. Rhaena, who had absconded with Sheep Stealer and fucked up the whole battle and got...
She's supposed to be off somewhere babysitting.
Yeah, she left her little siblings and went off and had big fun.
Yes, she did.
And so she is now shown back up to the Vale, where Lady Jane Arryn was in charge of, like, you know... Lady Jane Arryn was in charge of her safety and getting her to Pentos with her siblings.
And she did her job.
Lady Jane did everything she was supposed to, but she just decided, Rhaena decided, I'm going to be bad. Okay, I can do what I want to do. Okay, I don't got no curfew. And so she came back now, and she covered in soot and dirt. She ain't took a shower since since she walked out there, the fine. I know she smelled crazy.
You know she smelled crazy, child. She looked like people when you lost your dog, but your dog was just out there having fun in the street, and then sure 3 days later, you be like, what the fuck did you do?
Yeah, she liked the dog. Yeah. So then Sheep Stealer was in the background as Lady Jane Arn comes out of the castle to meet with Raina on the street, like right outside the gates. And Raina's like, she's just there looking disheveled and shook. She looks shook.
She wasn't ready. She thought she was. She seen that dragon and was like, I'm gonna go get that dragon, but I don't really think she understood the cost.
One of the things this show does emphasize on this whole House of Dragons, Game of Thrones thing is like women are not really raised to be warriors and battlers and beat death and all this shit. And yet Targaryens obviously all have the entitlement of being like, dragon riders. And so there's this like weird conflict where like you see women in battle that aren't ready for battle, but on a dragon they'll burn the shit out of you and whatnot. But yeah, like
physically, no.
Yeah, like she just looked like a schoolgirl. She did not look. She was not given dragon warrior who just went to battle.
Because she ain't go through nobody's training. She don't even know she don't even know how to talk to the dragon.
So she's talking to to Lady Aaron, not to be confused with Lord Aaron, that's not the same. But she's talking to Lady Aaron, and Lady Aaron comes out of the house immediately.
Oh, why is you here?
Come on. She said, get your hat and coat and leave. What is you doing here, bitch? Why are you showing up my doorstep?
She's like, she's like, ho, why is you here?
Yeah, she looking at her like, you better be glad we ain't had no ring, because I wouldn't have even came to the door.
Right. We had a ring camera.
Girl,
you be outside.
You be standing outside with this dragon.
And so then Raina's like, it was a battle. Lady Jane cuts off like, I know it was a battle. The prince died. Jason's dead. Sound like Sheep Stealer was there. Sound like you fucked this up. I don't know how she got the Raven. I don't know if she DVR'd last week. I don't know why Lady Aaron knows all this before this girl can get a word out her mouth.
And also she was like, I told your ass he was untamed.
Yeah.
So if that dragon was there, he was fucking everybody up.
It's a wild dragon.
It's a wild dragon for a reason.
So I'll ask you one more time.
Paul, why is you here?
And then our girl Raina is like, okay, so look, man, I had fucked up. Sheep Stealer was wilding, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I just need a little place to stay. And she said, I don't care. You supposed to go with your little brother. That was the deal.
I did my part.
And she's like, can I get some asylum though? Raina's like, can I get a little bit of asylum? I heard y'all got asylum over here. I don't think anybody know it was me. Like, they just know somebody was on Sheep Stealer. And I like Lady Jane's face because her face looked like, girl, you are still a child. Everyone gonna figure out it was you. Like,
yes!
It's not, this ain't like a mystery. Like, everyone, like, there's guards right here watching this in the exchange. Everybody knows a Targaryen of blood would have to be on this dragon. Everybody knows you was here.
But so many of them around.
And the name Sheep Stealer has gotten around. So like he got a reputation on these streets.
Yeah.
So it will be put together that it was you. And then I get caught harboring you. I'm in trouble.
Right down to that. Eventually, it's going to come back that your ass went where you was supposed to be. Eventually, they going to know.
Right. They in Pentos right now. Like, what happened to your sister? So, yeah, I don't want to be accessory after the fact.
Nah, ain't that the truth? She was like, girl, they ain't going to be bringing no dragons here and burning my bitch down. Sorry.
But then Raina was like, hold up now. You said you wanted a dragon. That was your whole thing. And you was mad that they sent me and them little baby dragons and my little siblings. And you was like, I need a dragon to protect the veil. What about us? So this is how you get the dragon. Protect me. And then Lady Jane was like, you can't come in my house. But I can't stop you from sleeping outside. So I'm not going to explicitly co-sign this behavior because I don't want your mama mad at me. But what I will say is if you choose to be out here with your wild dragon, then I can't stop you. Bye.
Yeah, and she also looked at her like, bitch is a wild dragon. We get him back here. He'll fucking burn us up just because he's a goddamn dragon and you can't control it. It's like,
right.
She looking at her like, you're here because you can't control this fucker.
Right, and she still is in the background playing 21 Savage and shit. So
Come on.
he just overlooking this whole thing.
In the background, just ain't paying nobody no attention.
Right, like he just sitting there the whole time, like bumping Tyler the Creator and shit. And she's like, yeah, so anyway, don't never let me see you again. And so that's
Ever. She was like, don't you never bring
Right.
your black ass to my front door again.
so. And I'm not even gonna lie, man. Like the optics of a white lady telling a black girl who needs help that she can't stay there, it felt racist. But Raina has fucked up so bad that I was like,
understood.
This even if these characters were the same race. This is how this. If Lady Jane was a black woman, this is how this would go. You can't come in my house. You are out here wilding right now, shooting people. Your dragon shoots fire sideways, and y'all just shooting people in the streets.
Right. Your dragon need braces, bitch. Get out my face.
No. The Riverlands. Damon and the Rivermen and the Winterfell Unks. They sitting up there. they sitting up there in the woods after they done fought some battles. And they just going around singing songs.
Yes.
They just partying in the woods.
Win, no matter what. With
Everybody-
the fishes. That's what they was saying. They were partying, boy.
They was up there
Yeah.
taking turns rapping
Go
karaoke. People was freestyling in a cipher.
Wouldn't they though? They was like in the mud. They were partying hard.
Everybody was taking turns. They was picking on each other. It was like, oh, Damon ain't. I don't give a damn about dragon. He can stick it up his ass. And they was feeling so good. That's like, yeah, it don't, Nick's in 5. Nick's in 5.
Yeah,
Like,
they was partying.
they was having a good time. People was twerking on street lamp poles and
Come on.
getting CPR, coming back to life, kissing people and shit. And they had the Lannisters leader and the Lions heads on spikes, and they just sitting around freestyling and just kicking it in the cipher by the fire. Just well, my name is Damon, and I'm here to say
Right.
that I love to kill Lannisters
That was like,
in
your
every day.
turn.
Like, pass it on to you, Sir Simon. Well, my name's Sir Simon. I'm all about rhyming. But
Right.
no, it was,
they was having the time of their lives.
they was having it, man. They was singing like a pirate shanty or some shit. Sir Simon Strong came up. That's the old man that live in Harrenhal. That it was his family castle, and he don't want the smoke. And he never
don't
really
want-
believed in Damon. He the one that snitched on Damon to Ray. So like Sir Simon is a very pragmatic guy.
Yeah.
but he's not a warrior.
No, he's not. He was like, hey, just let you know in case you did know, did what he is. Like, I don't want no problems. He showed up at my doorstep. I didn't ask him to be here, nor did I ask him to come
Yeah,
here.
he's just Mr. I don't want no problems.
I don't want no problem. Whatever it takes to keep peace.
He brings Damon some wine. He's like, it's the finest wine from House Strong. To which I'm like, oh, y'all got fine wine now? Y'all, when he first got there, y'all was like, we got a little bit of deer, some gravy, but we don't got much, man.
We ain't got a whole lot.
You know what I'm saying? You welcome to it, but like it's not much to go around.
We
I maybe
broke.
hit you up some Tostinos or whatever.
I know, some
and
Pop
now
Tarts.
and now he like, oh, we won the war? Let me bring out the finest of wines. This is a vintage.
The finest of the witches' wine, the witches' brew.
Right. He also gave Damon a message from the queen. The message, of course, tells him Jace is dead, and you need to come your ass back to Dragonstone so we could go to King's Landing. We're gonna take the Iron Throne. And he tells the army, "Hey, it's been real, but I gotta go. Gotta take my dragon with me. But y'all need to head towards King's Landing. We're gonna take the throne." Once we take the throne, I'm gonna have the dragons fly back and give y'all support in any fights, because right now y'all ain't got no dragon protection.
Yeah, y'all gotta go by foot.
And remember, the plan is if Vagar does show up, he believes, and the plan has been told, that the dragon riders, aka Hugh, Adam, and Ulf,
The three we were talking about last week.
they're supposed to be waiting in the wings for this battle for when Vagar shows up to jump him. But they left because Alice River said, hey, y'all supposed to be wanted at the battle in Dragonstone in the Gullet. Like, y'all need to leave because that's where the war is happening. And so they left.
Yep.
Oph already wanted to leave because he was just getting restless and the Weirds was giving him visions. I mean, the Woods was giving him weird visions.
Right.
But the point is, they were supposed to stay there. And so now that Damon is leaving, and we know they actually left last episode to go to the Gullet, where, as we'll get to, their services aren't really needed.
Nope.
Like, they weren't the pivotal turning point in the battle, it didn't seem, unless that happened off screen. It just seems like the battle was won, and then they came and cleaned it up with their dragons.
Yep.
So this is a big tactical issue for them, because if Vagar shows up and it catches the Rivermen and the Winterfell Unks unaware, with no dragon protection, they just dead.
Yep. And that was the whole point.
So he heads to the gas station to fill up Syraxis so they can head back. So by the water, Syraxis is getting,
and getting snacks and shit,
getting a little something, and he gets ambushed at the pump by Alice Rivers because she likes showing up out of nowhere, and she like, hey, let me speak in riddles real quick, and he's like, what you want? Because she always liked to be like, and then the men fell and the man became, he was like, I don't know, just what's up?
Speak regular language, right?
And she was like, oh, you know what I want? Harrenhal. And he was like, you don't come from royal blood. You don't got a title. You're not married to a nobleman.
Right. Like, how much sense does this make?
They not going to give you a castle.
No,
you just
not.
a midwife. And I hope you don't take no offense. And she, of course, took offense. And he was like, look, I'll ask Ray to do something. And she was like, nigga, I don't want something. I want Harrenhal. It ain't shit. Just give it to me. And if you don't, leave and don't never come back and remember what I told you. And I was like, you told him a lot of stuff. I don't know what you want to remember, but it can't be good. It was probably like, I told you was going to die or some shit, because she's petty like that.
Right.
And my thing is like, this is going to come back to haunt him because, she didn't ask for much. She's been very essential in them, like, getting the cheat codes to this battle for the Riverlands. And he definitely crossed her. They've definitely and she got all kinds of weird witch powers. She's a loose cannon. She's all over the different.
She unpredictable. If anything, he should have been like, well, I'll go talk to Ray. Like that right there would have solved the problem, even if she wouldn't have got it. And at least that would have been like, I will petition on your behalf. Right. Now, what happens? I can't control that.
Damon's always dismissive of people. Yes. Like, he's just, last week it was, I don't know, just have my dragon burn the bodies. Why we got to put them in the mud? He's very dismissive of shit when it's not something. Like, he don't believe in all that ritualistic stuff, really. Even though he's seen visions and all this shit. He's very much like, man, whatever, dog. So his dismissiveness of her, I think, is definitely coming back to haunt them.
Oh, it's going to be a problem.
Because she had a look on her face that did not seem like she was the let it go type.
No.
I don't like that shit. For sure, bro. I don't like that shit.
Yeah, and it was also one of them things when she said, don't come here again. I think if he ever comes there again, he's going to die.
That's how she made it. It sounded very threatening. And not even threatening like she going to kill him, just she know.
Yes.
She just know, like, yeah, I seen it. It's on page 785. Yeah, you fucked up.
If you show your ass up here again, and I mean it, don't you ever come back here.
So, I think she should have just went on Zillow, because there's no way Harrenhal is getting the asking price. It's no way.
It's
that property,
underwater.
Yeah, that property has been very hard to sell. It's got to be a buyer's market, but
come on,
she want to be giving it. So then also in the Riverlands, we cut to Cole and Gwaine. That's the people that's fighting for the Greens. They with their army sitting in the camp waiting on Vagar to show up. Vagar flies overhead towards Harrenhal. Now it's time to attack. They like to Harrenhal. Let's go. That's the signal. Vagar burns some troops on the ground outside of Harrenhal because They don't got no dragon riders to jump Rhaegar. There's no protection.
Right. So he just flaming everything.
Yeah, like he took this shit easy. This is the second time we've seen Harrenhal fall so easily.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start calling it Castle SGA because if you get close to Harrenhal, it's gonna fall.
It gonna crumble.
Okay, you just blow on it, and it just falls. It's not the cool dragon deaths we love to see. Aemon and Vhagar, doing their thing. Aemon,
Yeah, but the mother riders, they actually should have been there. Like them not being there made a huge difference.
yeah, if they would have been there, it would have at least been a fight, but it was not a fight at all. And so Aemon gets off and shows he's one of one. He's just slicing through these dudes easily, just taking them all out, and looking very much like his uncle. Looking so much like Daemon.
Like identical. Even so identical, they took the same route.
And had the same posture with the sword, bust into the same room, in the dining room.
Had the same stance.
Everything was like similar, obviously done on purpose. We've seen in the visions last year in Harrenhal how much Daemon sees himself and in Aemon and sees Aemon as a threat.
Yes.
So even down to just the name has the D at different ends of it, like it's just very much mirror images. So he comes in there with his diamond in his eye and all this shit and busts into the dining room. And of course, Lord Strong is in there.
Yeah.
Simon Strong.
Look like, we didn't expect you to be here.
And Sir Simon Strong is very disarming. This is the same thing he did to Daemon, where he talked Daemon down. Daemon came in to kill him, and he's like, "Kill me. You can have this motherfucker. I don't care about living here."
He'd have gave it to him. He'd have been like, "You can have this bitch. I don't care."
The mortgage is due on the 15th. What you need me to sign?
We can't pay.
What you need me to sign? I will sign it over to you tonight.
Right now, the loan is in your name.
So Aemon asked for Daemon. Simon like he ain't here. Then he tried to Jedi mind trick him and shit. He's like, "Hey man, hey, there's no need for no fighting, man. Okay, look, I don't got a sword.
Yeah,
you got a sword. I don't want to die."
Yeah, he come in talking about, "Get your sword." He looked like, "Nigga, I'm 65. What the
Right.
fuck is this?"
Sword. I'm not no sword. I don't have no sword. I got this paper.
Right.
I
We
got this
broke.
quill.
We barely got weapons. What are you talking about, sir?
Well, they got weapons in there now. Like their fortunes have changed since Daemon's been there, but it's just he ain't like that. Like it's not. There's no earth where he would be like, oh, okay, you would give me my sword. Like that's not an option for him.
He is like, "I don't want to smoke."
Yeah, Aemon kills him as he tries to talk him down and be like, "Hey man, don't stab." And then this kid in the background signs his death warrant because he's like, "Father." I'm like, no, he's killing people that got claim to the fucking seat of Harrenhal. Don't say that. You make something up. Oh, that random old man that I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
just a servant.
Right, but he says, "Father," and then Aemon cuts him down. Then another son is like, "Brother," and he stabbed Aemon in the back.
They're making announcements.
Right. He stabbed him in the back, but he ain't have no motherfucking plan for what happens after you stab him, because then Aemon turned around with his sword and he was just standing there like, "Oh," and then he got killed.
Of course, because they not fighters. But the thing is, he stabbed him up underneath his metal.
Yeah, but this why I don't believe in gentle parenting in Dragonstone. Okay, and in Westeros, gentle parenting, I'm okay if y'all don't gentle parent. I know in real life we not supposed to be like that,
Right.
but you gotta whoop your kids in Westeros, man, because these little motherfuckers had no chance. It was just like watching just lambs before the slaughter. But Alice River shows up, as she do, off screen. Aemon sees her, goes to kill her, or turns his sword toward her, but he's realized, oh, my kidneys is starting to, ouch. Is that, I just need to lay down for a second.
I was trying to figure out, was he,
I thought maybe he was poisoned,
I did
but at
too.
the same time, I can't tell. I couldn't tell if he was poisoned or he was hit with like the slow drip of blood coming out, and then it was like, oh shit, what they hit a vein or whatever, because you never really see that on this shows like this enough. Also, even in shows with guns, you don't see this enough where somebody, you can get shot in the leg and die.
Yes,
if it just hit the vein,
if it hit the right
you don't got a choice, you know. But yeah, so I couldn't tell, but he laid down on the ground and he begged Alice to help him. She didn't kill him and she didn't move, but I feel like that is immediate karma and comeuppance that Damon has wrought, because helping him hurts Damon, and he would be he is exactly the type of person to promise her, you can have hair, huh? I don't give a fuck.
He don't care, and he would probably keep that promise too. Yeah,
he's savage. He don't care about rules and regulations. Whatever promise he need to say to get, he's like, I'm gonna be the king and it's gonna happen because I say so. So
and I'm gonna make it happen.
Yeah, if he not you know, and who, like I said, the only reason I don't think it's poison yet is because Alice didn't stab him herself. Because I feel like that's some tricky shit she would do. But at the same time, she could have provided a poison knife to the other brother. But
that's what I'm saying.
Right, but here's the thing. Them boys they not the stabbing type. If the plan relied on them to be brave and stab this man in the back, that's not a good plan. So that's the only reason I'm like, it could be poison, period, by the kid just doing it on his own. But I'm just saying, if it's part of Alice's scheme, I don't buy it as much, because those dudes don't seem like the kind of people you can depend on to do the shit.
To do it right, because they could have fucked it up, hit the metal, anything, right?
I wouldn't have trusted them.
They're not warriors.
Yeah, to cut a steak. Them motherfuckers are soft.
They look like we was just at the party 15 minutes ago,
right?
Sir, what is this?
Then we cut to the gullet. That's basically the aftermath of the sea battle between Dragonstone and Driftmark. You know, at this point, there's just carnage in the sea, boats everywhere, debris. The men are being driven on shore. The Lannister / Starkey men who are just being rounded up and murdered and killed on the battlefield because they lost. The dragons are flying overhead and they're just fucking burning all the people remaining on ships that are on the other team. And so we see Jace's body floating in the sea like the Nirvana baby.
Tink tink.
It just, and then we see a bunch of other bodies in the sea floating to the bottom, sinking to the bottom. Get a cool montage of the sea battle and the remains and the dragons burning people up, and Bayla's flying and burning people up, but she crying. Her heart ain't even really in it. Just burning dudes to death, passing the time. Like, oh my goodness, I done lost my brother's husband. And then they take Jace out of the ocean and bring his body back to Dragonstone. And they moving it, like it's not in a box. They're just like kind of standing in line and like handing them to the next guy. Looks very much like Jesus on Jesus' body after the cross type thing.
He was face up, and then as he got closer, they turned. He was face down. As they got closer, they turned him face up.
And then Bayla informs Sir Laurent, who is the guy who locked Rhaenyra. They locked her in her room last week. So he. Not only has he locked this woman in her room, her son got killed. The only bid he had for maybe this works out is somehow Jace returns victorious from battle and he could go
explain.
Right. And you knew he was pressed because he was looking for some good news. He was like, okay, Jace is dead. How did the battle go? And Bayla's like, yeah, we won. And he's like, oh, okay, well, maybe I can tell her, hey, at least we won the battle. Nah, your son dead. I'm dead. I fucked up. He started updating his LinkedIn to a headless pic. It was like, I already know.
Started looking for new jobs.
Layoffs is starting right above the neck today for me. Open to work.
I'm the first person out.
In the next realm with the next gods. Bayla and them take Jace's body to be seen by his mama. This is when Emma Darcy becomes Emmy Darcy. Because the way Emma Darcy was talking to this body like it was still alive was giving Black Mama at a funeral.
Yep. She looked like, hey, boy. Hey, boy, get up. Why is you playing?
He was dead and discolored and everything. And she was sitting up there like, what have you done? Jace, what have you done? She was talking to him like
he was gonna get up and respond.
Like she's like, I know you didn't get yourself killed. Cause if you get yourself killed, I'm gonna kill you. Cause I know she was in that room. You know she was in that room stewing the whole time.
You know
like,
she was in that
I'm gonna
room.
kill him. When
I'ma
he get
kill
back,
him.
he better be dead.
He better be dead. I'm gonna beat him to death.
Right. He better be dead. Motherfucker, come play, lock his mom, lock me in the room. Lock me. No, I'll tell you on timeout. And then he was dead. And then she like held his body and was like, "Take me with them, Lord. Why? Why? Don't do us like this, Lord, please."
No, baby, don't.
So it was just rough on. It was a rough one for our girl. She's just sitting up there holding that baby.
She was not ready.
Everyone in the room just watching her cradle him. Just another son lost. She done lost so many kids now.
Ain't she done lost all the kids?
All them strong boys. You hate to see it. And so then Sir Lawrence tried to comfort her. And
I was like, you are the last person that should be touching her.
Right. He's like, your queen. And she was like, if you don't get the fuck off of me, matter of fact, not just fuck you, fuck everybody in here.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Yay! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoot program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. You'll never see the light of day. Who the fuck you think you fucking with? I'm the police. I run shit here. You just live here. Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go and walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
That was basically the speech she gave everybody for betraying her.
Come on.
And
can you blame her? Because she was like, there's no way he could have did this without y'all consent.
And once again, if we didn't take that break,
right,
this is this is the
this would have
peak.
hit differently.
This is the peak of the storyline of y'all just won't fucking listen to me, and it's costing us. This is loud because like last season, it was so many times if they would just do what she said, they're good. But Damon don't want to do what she say. Jace don't want to do what she say. Allison don't want to do what she say. And her own council members didn't want to do what she say. And so finally she said, you know what, guys? Fuck everybody. Okay? I'm done. And so she does the Viola Davis snot cry over Jace's body. And Lauren is like, hey man, you could take my head. It is my fault. And she was like, oh, what good would that do? Would it bring them back? What about the rest of you busters that betrayed me?
Mark ass busters.
Fuck all y'all. And then so we cut away to Corliss, because on the shore his men are killing the last of the enemies. Alan is looking for Corliss's body with a ship full of men. And they just call Lord Corliss and all this shit. He searches until Bayla comes over on her dragon to reassure him, hey, we're gonna find Corliss, don't worry about it. My dad, he done been through a lot of shit. He always pop up. And then they chop it up about, basically this whole exchange is really just to say, your brother told me that we are siblings. Like, because like Alan is like, how much do you know him? She was like, it's cool. Yes, I was raised around him. He was stubborn. He was this. He's proud. Blah blah blah. And he asked about Jace. Like, you lost your brother, husband. Like, you good? She's like, I'm just tired of losing people.
Right.
And I did think for a second, like, the way that this show does incest, isn't like
it wouldn't be
was
nothing
there any
for them to get
right,
together, right?
Like, could there have been a thing there? I don't hope. I mean, it was really fresh off Jace dying, and she brought up like, well, we were children together, so I don't know if that's like an implication. It's like, but I'm a woman now. What? I don't
Right.
know. I also don't think Jason and her had kids together or anything.
They didn't. No, none of them brother, sister, siblings had children.
Yeah, so who knows where that's going. I'm not trying to say I want that to happen or anything,
Right.
but with this show, you can't count it out.
No,
It's like,
you can't dismiss
you
it.
know. Then he sees Adam on his dragon searching for Corliss by air, and he finally spots Corliss washed up ashore. He is back on his back. He is alive. I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit shocked. I was not sure Corliss was gonna live. I thought yes.
And you know what saved him? That fucking gold bright ass hair.
Yeah, that silver hair was standing out on the beach.
Right, because it stands out.
And that armor too. Ironically, because the armor was literally the thing that got everybody killed for weighing too much in the water, and yet his bright ass armor stood out on the beach.
And it would not be surprising because he's on the sea all the time. It would not be surprising if his armor is not as heavy as the average person's because he's at the sea. Because he's like, if I ever go under, I don't want this to kill me.
Or he just built like that.
Hey, you don't know.
You like, listen, I can swim in mine.
Yeah, he probably can. You know, when you've been out there as long as he has, he probably does have the body strength to do that.
Because he was still in that armor. Like, I thought we was going to cut to him. I thought if he lived, we would cut to him and he would be in his regular clothes. Like, yeah, I had to ditch that armor. But he was like, shit, this a custom motherfucking Gucci armor.
Right, he was like, nigga, this probably the only thing I got.
I paid too much for this. Yeah, now that he done lost his castle on his ship, that is all he got, that armor.
Yes, it is.
So they find Corliss, him and the kids sit on the beach, and everybody except, of course, Raina, who got sheep stealing, is somewhere in the veil.
Right, because she decided to go off and do her own. I mean, she wouldn't have been there regardless, but damn, girl, damn. Your whole one job was just to fucking babysit. You had it easy.
He says, if this is a victory, I hope I never live to see another, overlooking all the carnage. And Adam helps him to his feet, which is a big symbolic gesture since, you know, the sons have been estranged and they had beef with their dad. But the Dragon Rider son helps him to his feet. And then he turns to Alan and is like, I don't have anything to give you except my name. And Alan goes, and yet I count that of more worth than a mountain of gold.
Right, because literally that's all he wanted. I don't think he wanted anything else. He just wanted the name and to just be acknowledged. I really do think that's literally all he really wanted.
I would have took him to court. I mean, he don't got nothing to pay it now, so maybe that's why you don't go the phase on love route, because child support arrears it's got to be mounting, okay?
Of course.
So they're officially Valerians now. You know, it's good that the family was able to get together like this while Corliss is still alive. This is South Carolina. They wouldn't even have met till after the funeral.
Right.
And now he have lost his castle and he done lost his boat, but he still has his position, and it looks like, you know, what maybe he can have. This will definitely carry some favor with Ray on some level. But yeah, he's got his family, but he lost everything else.
And also, for somebody like him who has been at the sea as much as he has and has seen a lot of wars, for him to make that statement, that tells you something. He was like, if this, because he's won before, he was like, if this is what winning is, I don't want to see this again. The fuck happened?
And they always say what's interesting about the history of that area, the gullet and it's just hard to maintain that sea advantage in that position, and it just constantly is changing hands in that war. So like, I can see him having a lifetime of those type of wars and conflict in those areas of the sea that just you know, there's really no reason to have those lands. I can see him being like, yeah, bro, this is it. I'm good. Like, I'm tired. The Pop is tired. Y'all got it from here. I don't want no more wars.
I'm not even trying to rebuild. Right. Like, I am good.
So then Damon comes back to Dragonstone. He starts harassing Ulf and Hugh Hammer for being there and not in the Riverlands, waiting to ambush Vagar. They like, well, we had left. He's like, after 2 days? Y'all just only waited 2 days. And Ulf was like, yeah, it was a whole 2 days. That's what we saying. He's like, that ain't shit.
Right? He was like, nigga, 2 days.
2 days ain't shit, bro. You got, like, y'all fucked up. And then Ulf is like, well, Adam left too. Because Adam isn't there. He's looking for his daddy, of course, Corliss. And which made Ulf sound like a fucking complete child.
Yeah.
And Damon tells him, like, you don't get paid to think. No. You get paid to do. If we wanted you to leave, we would have sent a raven or some shit to tell y'all what to do or send a like we not just you can't just leave. Right. And Oath was like, but it's the woods was spooky and it was like goat people and
like, I don't
witches.
care.
And Damon slapped the shit out of him.
Mm-hmm. He was like, I do not care. I didn't ask for your opinion. Like, you don't understand your position.
He slapped the shit out of Oath, and I'm just gonna say this: Oath is annoying. He is not. He's completely self-absorbed and very openly like what do you call it? Like surface oriented. Like he just wants. He's very transactional. Put it that way. But hey man, Damon really got it in for this guy. He slapped him. He mushed his face. He's like he's gone at him quite a few times. And Oath is disrespectful and does. I'm not saying he need to be nicer to Oath. What I'm saying is if you're not gonna be nicer to Oath, y'all might need to just like kill Oath. I would not,
because he's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, like he don't seem like the type to let shit go, and he seemed like the other side could be like, "Would you like a castle?" And he'd be like,
yes.
Yeah, fuck. I wasn't loyal to none of this shit in the first place."
Right, because he does not have any loyalty.
I would not trust that dude, and maybe that's what Damon is sensing. But this is not the kind of person you keep around if you're not going to like at least try to placate them, because they have no real training as soldiers, and Damon treats them like almost like you're my fucking soldiers and my underlings. Do what the fuck I tell you to do.
Right.
So then he tells them, y'all cost me dearly because I only left the Riverlands because I told those soldiers y'all have dragon protection.
If I would have known that I would have stayed.
Yeah, I would have stayed or told them to tell y'all to come back or whatever. Hugh tells Damon like, well, it was a witch there. She was like a lady or a witch, and she told us to come to Dragonstone.
Exactly who told them that.
And he didn't let it know on his face that he knew. Like he could have told them like, oh shit. And once again, couldn't tell if that was his dismissiveness. Like I don't give a fuck what happened. I'm just mad at y'all, or if that was like him going, I don't want to let them know that I'm scared of that lady too.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell, honestly.
Yeah, he, and it's one of them things. He ain't want to have like, bro, I understand, mama with them at all.
So he leaves without answering because they ask him like, what should we do next? Should we stay here, or go back? And he's like, he don't say shit. I'm not sure he even knew himself. He was just mad. And so Massaria is in the hallway and she sees Damon. They both, of course, lovers of Rhaenyra, former lovers themselves. He's done treated her as a prisoner and treated her like shit. She
didn't keep his promise.
Right. So he was like, oh, what you doing here? Oh, BDB or whatever. They give a Martin and Pam type of relationship. And she was like, doing my job, helping the queen. And he was like, when I left here, you was a prisoner. Now you an advisor to the queen. You done slither your way to power. You just like a ill. I guess I underestimated your slipperiness. And she was like, bait me all you wish. I got the queen's trust and you don't. You want to smell what Ray pussy smell like? And he was like, the queen is my wife. She was like, then why do you always be treating her bad and adding to her burdens?
Right. You are of no help.
It's like, none of your business. What game you playing at, huh? You getting close to my wife just so you can get revenge on me? You gonna strike me like a snake? Revenge. And she said, contrary to popular belief, not everything got to do about you.
And I believe on that one.
Damon. She called him Damon. She didn't say Lord, Prince, none of that. She said Damon. And then he was like, let me sit down for a second. And she sat down and was like, so Amon's still out there? Amon on the loose? And he's like, you think Ray in her right mind? Like, she talking about going into King's Landing and just taking it. And she's like, I don't know, because she had a conversation with Allison and she didn't let me be part of the conversation.
So I don't know.
So now they both found the same person they can both be kind of mad about Ray's relationship with, which is Allison.
Yep.
Going all the way back to when they was kids and we had that weird, like, is this a romantic relationship?
Yes. Are they intimate with each other?
Right. And we never really got any confirmation on that or any physical thing that we saw, but they do seem a bit miffed and jealous of the relationship Allison has because they're not out. Ray doesn't even let them in on that. Not Damon or Massaria. So then someone comes up to tell them that Vagar and Amon got spotted leaving King's Landing, and Damon was like,
of course, the dragon's so big, of course it's gonna get back.
Of course, yeah, of course. And Damon says, let me tell Ray, because this is part of what Allison said would happen. And so it's like, maybe Allison is telling the truth. It's not a trap, and you can go get him. But it's really requiring a lot of trust in Allison, because what else could happen? It could be a trick. They leave on Vagar, come back, and now Vagar gets drop on you.
And I was like, what happened if that nigga turn around and changes his mind? Anything could happen.
So Damon tells Ray, who was laid up in mourning looking like a ghost, once again, a completely different character. Like, she is laid in that bed in an all white.
She probably been there for days.
Nightgown, just laying on the side. And he tells her, like, Jace died fighting for you, which was what he wanted to do. That was his desire.
It was.
And she's like, he defied me. He was like, that's what sons do. And she was like, and Sheep Stealer was there. The blacks got the greens got another dragon. They attacked Moon Dancer. We don't know who it was, but like, did Allison go back on her word? Basically, was this all a trick? And Damon says Vagar left King's Landing, to which at that she sits up because it's like, wait, maybe Allison was telling the truth. That's also something she said would happen. And she let out a laugh, a very sad, ironic laugh of like, man, I don't have my sons, and this whole thing was for my legacy, and who gives a fuck about the throne now? It was not really just me and my vanity. And Damon was like, if you do that, your sons died for nothing.
True.
Then he started speaking that High Valerian. He was doing it kind of like sexy for some reason. Like, I don't know. Was this supposed to be sexy? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Because he like leaned over in her ear, was just all like,
hey girl.
Like, he just started talking that High Valerian to her ass and shit. Like, I saw you Ariel. Darkness in front. I was like, yeah. So he told her about the Song of Ice and Fire, which he got to see last year. And he had seen like Daenerys in the future with the dragons in the desert. And he was like, nah, you on the throne. I seen the prophecy. I read the books. I already know what's going to happen. I watched all the Game of Thrones already. So if your father was telling the truth, unless you saying your father a little bitch and a liar, which I'm not saying, but you would be saying if you stood here, you got to get up and you got to go get your motherfucking throne. And she was like, I'm so tired. He was like, if it's real, the prophecy that I done submitted to myself, then you got to play your part. And she said, okay. They get up, go to the conference room. It's only two men remaining, a Meister and then that Bartimos dude. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to King Landing. And Bartimos is like, say what? And Damon was like, you heard what she said. She said what she said. And she was like, I'm bringing dragons, me, Damon, the other dragon riders. We going to get the throne.
Yeah, and also in this moment, I appreciate Damon was her backbone because I really don't think she had the strength and the willingness at that time, you know, because it was like, okay, I'm going to press through this. And that was like, she said what she said, nigga.
I think it's Damon's belief in the privacy as much as her too.
Right.
Like it's complete submission to just, this is fate.
Yes.
And so he's like, shut the fuck up when your queen is talking. Do what the fuck I say. And they always respected Damon as a man more than her.
Of course.
So that now they're like, they got questions, but they gonna do it.
Yeah,
and so
they gonna do it.
So then they warned them, like, you know, the castle defenses and Vagar. She's like, Aemon already flew to Harrenhal. He was like, but it could be a trap. And she said, I said what I said, and let Sir Lawrence choose how he would die. So she is going to let Sir Lawrence die. At first, I thought she was going to go soft when she was like, what good would it do to kill you? And she was like, actually, it'd do a lot of good. Fuck him and the rest of y'all for not listening to me. So I appreciate the energy.
Right, and I appreciate her after. It's one of them things, but she thought about it and like stewed on it for a little longer, because in that moment she was like, "Look, I just lost my baby.
Right.
Oh, okay," but she was like, he got to die. Not only he disrespected me, my child died because, and then he had the nerve to put his hands on me.
And as a queen, that's like certain things people are expecting. Like they not gonna respect the leader. They not gonna respect the mercy. And he's still in your court. He's still working there. Nah, he got a guy. So then Massaria pulls her to the side as she's leaving and says, "I think you need this," and hands her the crown. Like, you gonna need this when you get on the throne because you the queen now. And she says, "I hope you'll remember how I ate that thing from the back, and make sure you send for me when you get there. Don't just throw me to the trash.
For me.
Remember which of us has been faithful." And looks over at Damon like, he not the one. He tried to stab you in the back. And then Damon walks by Massaria as he leaves, and they have an icy moment.
And the thing about that relationship, it was icy, but it's weird. It's like a mutual icy. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I respect. It's like, I don't fuck with you, but I respect your game. But yeah, at the same time,
I think out of respect for Ray too, because
yes.
I think if either one of them took a direct swipe at the other, they would lose the respect of Ray in a way.
So they won't.
But I thought it was interesting because she definitely was talking shit to him this shit. When she said Damon instead of like Prince or whatever, I was like, yeah, she
my lord or whatever.
Yeah, like she was definitely talking big shit to him. And she definitely has a axe to grind. Like,
of course.
Yeah, she's completely right to be like, fuck this guy.
Right, because you lied to me and you left me here and you didn't honor your word.
Once they get outside, Damon tried to talk to Ray. He like, "So we just listening to hoes now? That's what we doing?" And Ray was like, "That's my girl. You stop. She was here when you was not. When you was acting up, she had my back."
You was acting the fool.
And he was like, "I'm just saying she a former hoe. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust him." And she says, "I don't need your approval." He's like, "I wasn't saying that." But right then, the other Dragon Riders, Hugh and Ulf, showed up. And they was like, like, we ready to go. And Damon turned his attention to them because I think they saw him being dressed. When Damon gets dressed down by Rhaenyra or just life, he takes a L. He seemed to lash out at people that's under
around him. Yep.
To like reassert dominance. And so he tried to reassert dominance, and once again he picked on Ulf. He mushed him in the head with his finger, poked him in the...
that's not gonna end well.
Yeah, and he basically dressed them down like children. It's like, when we get in this castle, don't touch nothing, don't you break nothing, don't you take nothing. You hear me?
Ask me for shit.
From this moment on, all must be according to plan. All right? And then the 4 dragons majestically fly off. And that takes us to our last segment, guys. King's Landing. Last location. So at the beginning, Lord Larys and Aegon getting their buddy cop on in the Raven van that's now being taken by the Targaryen soldiers to Duskendale, where they're gonna get a ship
and then go to Rhaenyra
and take them to Rhaenyra at Dragonstone to be tortured or killed or bend the knee, whatever. But they get stopped in the middle of arguing because Aegon is mad about being captured, like it's not his fault.
Yes, we hear because all you had to do was bend your knee and you're mad and complaining. Bitch, you'd have bent your knee. We'd have passed through. We could have went on about our way.
It was so simple. His pride wouldn't let him do it, but somehow it's Larry's fault. They find themselves stopped as a battle between their captors and the Triarchy break off. And this was like kind of filmed almost like a comedy. Like they had plot armor around them, meaning
they did.
There was arrows and people swinging and killing each other right outside the door. But like Larys literally walked outside
he stuck his head out.
Yeah, it's like, and he wasn't like sticking it out like, oh, let me duck. Oh shit. He was like,
what's happening out there, y'all?
He was like, oh, apparently the Lannisters have convinced the Triarchy to join the war. Well, wonders never cease. I'm like, why are you so calm? And then they see like a rookie soldier that's with his captors, with the Targaryens, and he's like, he don't know what to do. And the commander's like, hey man, put them back in the fucking cart. What are you doing? And then he was like, "Oh, back in the cart, guys." And he's like holding his sword like a gun that somebody that's never shot somebody, like it's shaking. And then like the commander get killed on like the side of the fucking Raven van, and then Aegon,
it was shot like a comet. There was a lot of shit happening around them.
yeah, and then Aegon falls on top of him and starts stabbing the young dude to death.
Yeah, cause what he did, it was an arrow, and he broke the arrow and actually went back into the, like when he told him to go in, he went in prior to breaking it, and then he jumped on him and was like, you know what, stab.
Yeah, shanked him. And then Laris and him get off, and Lord Laris is like, we still got enough gold. We can make it to Duskendale and get a ship. And Aegon like, nah, we're going to Rook's Rest, because that's where Cole and that garrison of soldiers is, the ones that were waiting on Vhagar. Who knows if they're still there? They're going to probably be at Harrenhal now. But Laris is like, no, it's more dangerous. We shouldn't go that way. That road is long. And he was like, yeah, but them people loyal to me. I know the hand of the king got my back. Basically, like, Aemon might have tried to usurp the throne, but he wasn't going through Cole and all the other people that's normally there. He was going through
because this happened without their presence.
Right.
Yes.
So he's like, I still think I can get some loyalty. So they decided to go that way probably. Then
that's gonna be interesting, because all you're gonna do is cross your brother again.
Then we go back to King's Landing. We watch Alicent, who sees Aegon fly off of Vhagar, who, you know, is like,
it was like, thank God,
she's like,
this nigga finally left.
Let out a sigh, and she's like, I can go snitch. Let's get the plan
rolling.
Let's get this surrender started. So she heads down to the Gold Cloak locker room, where nobody believes in pants. They just sitting in there and just swinging dick. And she goes to speak with the commander of the Gold Cloaks, who was a guy that used to be under Daemon when Daemon was the Gold Cloaks leader. So it's kind of a big, we haven't seen this guy, and he had a very small part when we did see him. So I think that's why, you know, it's kind of like a what? But she was smart about this. His name is Sir Luthor, I believe. And she rose up to him and it's like, can I talk to you for a second? And he's like, what's up? And she was like, yeah, so Aegon left. Rhaenyra is returning to take the throne. And Queen Helena is going to give the city to her. And he says, some would call that treason. And she was like, what would you call it?
Because that's all that matters, is what you call it.
We cut away from that, but it's important, you know, because Alicent set this thing up. And what I thought was interesting on this in a couple of ways is, one, she told him this in this area, I feel like on purpose. Like, I don't want to tell you this in front of a bunch of people where you would have to act like, oh, how dare you?
Right.
You know, like, I'm gonna just ask you here
Casually,
where nobody really expects me to be. And the second thing is, obviously her appearance down there, word would get out. Like, it's so unusual. The queen mother coming through a room full of swinging penises at the security office. Like, motherfuckers gonna talk. So those are the two things that stuck out to me about her using that, you know, as an angle.
Right.
But she clearly didn't want to put anything in writing. She didn't want to have any third parties like overhearing all the words.
And it's also something that she could deny if she had to.
Right. But in a castle full of secrets and snitches, it was going to get back.
Of course.
So then Sir Rickard, the head of Secret Service in the castle, he complains. He's like, Alicent, you've been fucking walking around the castle without security all day. You know we under a motherfucking war watch. Like,
right. You know, ain't no king is here.
Yeah. Let my men, like, secure you and shit. And she was like, listen, you need to secure the small council room and mind your motherfucking business. And you need to do this shit at once. Don't worry about what the fuck I'll be up to. And he was like, oh, okay. And she didn't give him a chance to put a security detail on her. Then she went up into her room to collect her things. And that's when Lord Jasper, who I remember this actor from Walking Dead, where he played. I want to say that guy's name was Aaron on The Walking Dead, but he had a part. He was like the gay dude that did all the he did all the like recruitment for. You don't remember this?
Yes, but I don't.
You don't think it's the same guy?
Mm-mm.
Maybe I got it. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know why I do not think that's the same
Oh,
guy.
maybe he just favor. Okay, well maybe I'm wrong. My bad, y'all. But he kind of looked like him then. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah,
Anyway,
I'm thinking I don't think that's the
he
same
got a
dude.
look.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this anyway. I apologize. I got it wrong. But Lord Jasper, who is a known as the Iron Rod, and he's the master of laws. So he's like the guy that's supposed to, I guess, run the laws of the city. He's rules with an iron rod,
Okay.
iron fist, I guess.
That's ironic.
Well, he showed up to the room looking real creepy.
Yes, he did. When he opened that door, I was like, ooh, something about him don't feel right.
It's been a long time since this show has shown like this level of like someone trying to do a sexual assault. It doesn't mean it's not in there. Just last week they showed a woman who clearly was sexually assaulted leaving that camp, and Gwen being like, that's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
But he came in and he was like, yeah, so let me close the door behind me. I see you up in here being a busybody and shit, girl. You know, I've been watching you since you was a little child. And I'm like, oh, Lord.
No. When he said that, I said, oh, no. I said, Allison, you better run.
Right. And so he was like, can't nobody blame you for doing what you got to do to survive. And I know you love pleasure. I heard you used to be fucking Lord Christian Cole because you love pleasure. And then he touched her face. She was like, boy, what you doing? You know, you get the death penalty for touching me like that. I'm the queen. And he was like, girl, I don't care about that. I'm crazy and I'm a rapist. And she was like, Lord Jasper, please. He was like, say it again. She was like, what? He was like, plead with me. So he's a real sicko.
No.
And then she tried to run away. He knocked her down. He was trying to sexually assault her, but she screamed, and then the commotion caused Lord Orwell to come in with two soldiers who, I'm like, why weren't the two soldiers guarding the door in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
So who knows how high this plot goes or whatever. But she scratches him on the face and claws at him, and then before he can sexually assault her, Lord Orwell and the soldiers come in. They like, what you doing, bro? He was like, oh, y'all got here just in time. Let me fix my pants. Arrest this traitor. And they was like, you was in here looking like Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You under arrest.
Yeah, Lord D, I looked at him like, sir, I know what I saw.
Right.
Get out of here.
Which took a lot of guts for Lord DEI, because, you know, he ain't really one to rock the boat if it's going to piss any white person off. He tried to roll with the both sides of the equation. Like, I just want to keep my job.
He didn't have a choice, right?
Right. It's like climate change, no climate change, whatever the president say. I just want a job.
I just want a job.
And so they arrest him for being a traitor. And he was like, no, she betraying. And they was like, take him to jail. And then Orwell demands he says he goes to Allison after he's arrested, after he's had Lord Jasper arrested. And he's like, yeah, so what the fuck are you doing, Allison?
Right.
And he was like, I don't know.
Because he ended up he helped her.
I mean, he helped by arresting that guy, but he's like, I don't know what you doing, but it seemed desperate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing is, Orwell, Lord DEI, has had his life threatened by Aemon recently.
Yes, he did.
And so I can see him feeling like with Aegon leaving, who he was kind of grooming into like his homie, and Aegon leaves, Lord Larys leaves, who he also plotted with last season about getting Aegon off of the poppy a little bit, taking down his drugs.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like he could be down for some overthrowing the current leadership, but he also seems like the kind of guy that wants plausible deniability.
Yes, nothing in writing.
Yeah, like he
Don't
the
you
type to
send
be
me an
like,
email.
I'll help you, but don't fucking tell nobody. And if this shit goes wrong, I will do what I need to do to survive.
I will deny that I ever knew you.
So then, Allison gets Helena in the bud garden playing with caterpillars because she a bud girl.
Minding her business.
And she's like, Ray is coming. The way Helena jumped to alertness, she's like, oh, she bringing the dragons. Like, She was scared.
Yeah, what else would you think? You'd
I
be
know.
like, okay, we about to go to war. Who the fuck want war?
She like, I'm a bug girl. I only ride dragons for fun. I don't really want to be the queen. And I love that she snapped to it because I think people act like she crazy. She ain't that crazy. She ain't that out of it. She like, it's about to be a dragon fight. Get me out of here. And she was like, no.
Don't force me to fight.
Alice is like, it's not going to be a fight. But we got to surrender the throne and only you could do it because you the queen. She's like, but ain't you the queen? She's like, you the queen.
Right, I'm not the queen.
And so
you got the real power, actually.
They rush through the city to go to the city guard, the people that guard the tower defenses and the castle defenses against dragons, and they basically say, "Hey, we need you to tell these motherfuckers to stand down." And Helena's like, "Okay, I'll do it, but what's this all about?" And Allison is like, well, you're really my only good child, and I can't save my bad children, but I think I can save you. And so we can go off and live in the woods and look at bugs.
Just like you did, just like you've always told me. You told me your best life was before all this foolishness.
And yeah, Helena's like, well, when you put it like that, I would like to raise chickens.
You sold.
You know what? It didn't take much to convince me. And so I thought it was interesting too, because Allison has another kid that we've never seen, Darren Targaryen. And I guess since he wasn't raised in that castle, she like, I don't know if he good or bad. I'm gonna assume bad. But I can help you be somebody.
Right?
So then they tell the city guard to stand down when the dragons come. And it's on the word of Helena. Allison says, look, she coming with the dragons. Vhagar done left with Aemon. Even if y'all don't listen to me, y'all just gonna cause a lot of people to get burned to death because y'all not beating 4 dragons. And in the background, Helena is trying to help. So she's like,
which is fucking hilarious.
Yes, the word of the queen. So they like, so you saying don't kill the dragon? She's like, I don't want any animals hurt. And then they like, yeah, so they coming back to take over, and Ray's coming. She's like, her sons were always kind. I was like, girl.
Yeah, that's how she remembered them.
Thank you for trying. You trying to help. So then the dragons arrive, and Sir Frederick, the guy that was guarding the walls, he tells people to stand down. They walk away from the crossbows and everything and the arrows. They like, cool, dragons got it.
They were like, cool, we ain't got to die today.
Yep.
Like, I don't feel like dying.
And I think that's the part of this show that, honest to goodness, I've never thought about in Castle and Army and TV shows with stuff like this. They always really make it seem like taking over means you got to go in there and like it's going to be a big battle in a war and you have to kill everybody. But when you're involved in a war that really the only beneficiaries seem to be the people at the top.
Right.
And because it's been so long, it just doesn't feel like it. But Aemon and them was running that place into the ground, killing people, paranoid. Like it was,
because they killed like the pest people when the kids just went through and just killed everybody.
Rhaenyra fed the people.
Yes, she did.
When they were cut off from the so like it makes sense that a lot of people would be like, I don't want to fight. Just give the shit back. Like it was better before this, and whatever the fuck Hightowers was doing, man, woman, who gives a fuck who's on the throne?
It got to be better than this bullshit.
Yeah, this shit sucks.
Right.
Message, America. They go inside the castle courtyard and the guard opened the door for them. They were like, come on in, my queen.
We've been expecting you, girl.
The dragons pull up. They looking from the outside, looking down. Nobody challenging them. Daemon pulls out his sword. The guards pull their swords out and lay them at their feet.
You goddamn right. Be like, bitch, I'm not trying to die or get fried by dragon.
But the true test lies within the castle.
Right.
Because that's where the castle
loyalties are.
That's where the castle like throne guards and stuff is.
Right.
And they on a different Slack channel. They're
not trying to betray.
They not on the Palace Cool Slack channel, so they not getting the updates.
They not in the same group chats.
And Ray tells everybody on the outside, "Don't be afraid. I came to make things right." And then inside, this nigga Daemon goes on a motherfucking death run,
killing spree,
where he is just like he one-manned. He soloed all these dudes.
Yes, he
And it was a lot of dudes. And they had full armor.
Oh, yes, they did.
Juxtaposed with Amon killing them dudes in Harrenhal, those dudes are truly one of one. You know, it was crazy. He just killed all them dudes. Ray watched on, and he went on a kill streak, and then at the end, he just yelled into the castle now, who else wants some of Hollywood court?
Right, come on.
And then they walked to the throne room. He killed a couple more randos on the way to the throne room.
Yeah, and they would run up I was like, didn't you see your buddies die? I don't understand.
His advanced metrics, I don't know what the plus minus was, but it was.
No, but it got to be high when he on the floor.
It had to be up there with Joker and LaMelo Ball.
Right.
Leading the league.
Come on.
Let's hope he don't get traded.
I hope not.
He opened the door to the throne room and says, Your Grace. They touch hands, but she kind of pulls her grasp away out of his grasp a little bit. But not in a petty way. It was kind of thankful, but not loving. It wasn't romantic. It was kind of thanks. Mm-hmm. And then the final wave of the throne room security showed up.
Yeah, they did. Final boss.
Yeah, it was 6 or 7 of them in a row. And it was this is actually going to be a lot. And for the first time, Ray pulled her sword out too, because she shit. Damon might need the help.
Right. He been going on a 25-man killing streak.
Yeah, the last 8 people, that's a lot. And so the head of security mocked her. Now, here's a thing I haven't seen before. A woman with a sword. Ha, 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 ha. But then the rumbling of footsteps in the background, you can feel it echoing until it filled the room. And as it filled the room, the gold cloaks of the city watch also filled the room. Mm-hmm. And so now you got this commander that Allison had talked to earlier, Lord Commander Luthor, who runs he showed up, and he there with the reinforcements, and you had this moment of are they gonna kill Damon and Ray, force them to surrender? They just got so close to the throne, but they're not gonna get it because these are the people that no. The gold cloaks was actually, we fuck with Daemon Targaryen. He the one gave me this gold cloak in the first place. Mm-hmm. Throw your swords down or perish. Mm-hmm.
They looked like he treated us well when the rest of the city basically called us a joke. He was like, y'all are not a joke. Y'all are my men.
He had them out there like ice. Because remember, they was cutting dicks off. They was fucking people up.
Yeah, they was.
Here's my thing about it, though. I think 2 levels. One, it's very ironic. Damon hated that job.
He did.
He thought it was beneath him.
He did.
But thank God that Viserys made him do it. Or else he literally would not have had the backup that got them the throne. It was literally that. Mm-hmm. Point number 2. This is why orgies will always be better than pizza parties. If you want your employees to be loyal and want to come to work and support their boss, stop giving people pizza parties.
Don't nobody want no pizza party.
Go an orgy. Okay, he was in that orgy room talking big shit.
And they don't care nothing about extra cheese.
And them boys showed up because they remembered them orgasms. They was like, you know what? Mm-hmm. Orgies are back if Commander Damon is back.
Come on, the parties is back.
That's how you build camaraderie. So then Ray thanks Luthor, but before she could take the throne, she like, y'all got to bring me Aegon because I got to kill him.
Right, because, she ain't got to update. That nigga gone.
Right. They searched the castle. Aegon gone. Lord Orwell is in Aegon room at the wrong place at the wrong time or the right place at the right time. You never know at Orwell. I wonder if he purposely was in there knowing they would come in there and then he could make the play that he made to stay alive.
I think that's what he did. I don't mean no harm. I think that's what he did.
Because he's very smart.
Right, because everybody's trying to save themselves. So he was like, well, I'm going to save myself too.
So he was in there. He was like, Aegon gone, I don't know where yet. And they like, okay. Damon's like, well, then I guess I got to kill you. I'm sorry, Byron Donalds, but the cooning has come to an end.
He was looking like, you don't want me? You don't want me?
You're fired.
I got somebody that I think is a lot more important than I will ever be.
Right. And I'm like, okay. He's like, y'all need somebody to kill. Don't do me.
My death will be a waste, basically.
So then we see Allison and Helena trying to leave surreptitiously out of the city.
I don't know what these bitches thought they was doing. They was the cleanest motherfuckers. They ain't had no dust, no dirt. They shoes was clean. Like, goddamn, change outfits. They wasn't trying to blend in. I was like, y'all bitches gonna get caught.
They had their Versace down to the floor.
Didn't they though?
But I popped flavor and I dripped salt.
And they cut the
like-
two women in the background.
They was looking like, y'all don't belong here.
They was like, girl, there they go.
girl, don't you see them Gucci bags?
It's only two people that wear lavender around here.
Come on.
You got a crushed velvet cape on. The rest of us in mud sackcloth.
Come on. And it matches your outfit.
Right. They was like, there go the queen. Like, just like that. So we see them get peeped at, but we see they trying to leave or whatever. And then they go down to the cells where they keep the prisoners, and it's Lord Jasper who tried to sexually assault Allison. And Damon's like, oh, look at Mr. Rules, all locked up and shit. I never liked your ass anyway.
They were letting everybody else out though.
And Jasper talks shit about Allison or Ray. I couldn't tell. He was like, oh, so it's that bitch doing this bullshit. And Damon
because he could have been referring them both.
I have no idea.
Right.
He's like, she did this or whatever. And then Damon's like, I suggest you watch your mouth because I love to cut your dick off before I behead you. It can always get worse. And then
I'm always up for a little bit of violence.
a rando from the background pulled up with a torch and was like, Lord Laris left a gift for Damon if he ever came back. And he takes him to a cell.
That nigga left and still left a gift.
He took him to a cell. You always got plots on plots.
Don't it? He always be prepared.
Right. So he took he took Damon to this cell. We don't see who's in the darkened cell at first because we see it from the angle of Damon's face. But let me tell you what great acting this was. Because the way that he laughed, I knew who was in the cell.
Yeah, I think I even said it out loud.
Yes.
I was like, yeah, that's who it has to be.
It was great. Like, it was great. He let out that laugh and I went, oh my God, it's Otto Hightower. I don't know how he did that, but that's show business. Also, I know it smelled crazy in there.
You know it do.
Darkened cell.
Woo, and he probably been down there forever.
Yes. He been down there.
Because he told Allison he was heading home.
Yep.
And I guess he never made it home.
Never made it home. So they bring Otto and Lord Jasper to the throne room as Ray thanks Lady Fell and Lord Merryweather, who are the two nobles who would not denounce her claim to the throne. And that was in like season 1 or some shit.
And they ended up going to jail.
They put them in jail and they kept them there
jail.
and now they free. They some real ones for that.
They was like, I will not bend the knee, fuck you.
Lord Jasper comes in. He's like, you will hang for this if you do not burn. It's like, shut up. Rapist says what? Shut up. Worry about some laws. And then Damon comes in with Otto a couple steps back so he make his own entrance. He's like, the rats in the hold cells have grown uncommon big. And it's like, oh, it's Lord Otto. And Otto walks in, he's like, no more than I expected, or something like that. And he says, I assume everyone else is dead. And Damon's like, kneel, bitch. And he make him kneel. And then
And I could understand him feeling that way because it's like, why else would I be up here unless I'm the last one to die?
yeah, he didn't think he was the first to die. He
No.
thought, oh, y'all must have killed all the other nobles, and now it's my turn. And then they said, well, Amon escaped. And his face, Otto's face actually looked like
This nigga.
that, like, damn, y'all fucking up. Y'all should have got him first.
Right? He looked like
This
y'all,
shit-
He looked like y'all let that nigga live. Oh, y'all in trouble.
Yeah, this shit gonna keep going. Y'all don't know
Right.
what y'all doing. And so then Otto says, just get it over with. Like, I know I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like, I've been in that cell. I'm old. Go on, take me out. And she struggles with it. Rhaenyra is not, she is like, I've never had to kill nobody with a sword. And then Damon like, everybody watching.
Yeah,
If
like
you
it
wanna-
has to be you. It can't be anybody else but you because you have to show them that you mean business.
If you want to rule, you got to do this. I can't do it for you. And Otto is like, let Damon do it. Spare me at least from being hacked at.
Right? It was like at least it'll be. I won't be here in pain.
Like I don't
Before
want to
die.
I don't want to be like that well done steak skit from SNL.
Man, just
You're gonna be
gnawing
sawing at me. Just fucking let him do it. It's easy. But Damon is right in that. And this is why I say Damon's total commitment to whether it be to the prophecy of fire and ice or whether it be to Rhaenyra, I'll never know really the truth.
Yeah, and
but
a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
But he absolutely is right, and he does know what he's talking about. Like the people, their narratives carry power, and the people need to see it was the queen who took the head of this man.
Yes,
and not just commanded that I do it, because especially with you being a woman and it being like your whole, and people thinking I'm the one that got the claim to the throne, they will just forever see it as I'm really the one on the throne unless you do it. So she took the sword because he handed it to her. Now his sword is Valyrian steel, so it definitely cuts a lot better than most swords. And so he said, go ahead and do it. And Otto says, if your father could see what it's come to.
She's like, if you don't shut the fuck up,
he would have never imagined it. And she said, speak no more. And in this moment, you will become queen, said Daemon. And so Otto presented his neck, and he said, I did my best. And while he was talking, she said, slap! And she stuck him right in the back, not the neck.
And what's worse, she swung with her eyes closed. I'm like, bitch, you can't see.
Right.
What is you doing?
And it was funny, too, because, like, they could have played this a little funnier and had Otto be like, ah! Or, like, start screaming. But he didn't. And then she swung again, and this time she took his head in one swipe. So, not bad. I give it a B- for a first swing.
Right.
And Lord Jasper says, tell my lady wife whatever, and I know he was about to say, whatever she hear about me being a rapist is not true. Don't look under my bed. Don't. Please.
Destroy all my tablets.
Right.
With all my porn on it.
Right. Like that man 100% is going to be the Bill Cosby Epstein of Westeros.
They going to find. Oh,
posthumously.
He got kids everywhere, dog.
So many people going to come through. And that man's last words was like, I'm innocent. But yeah, Daemon beheads him in the middle of his sentence, which never is not funny.
Ain't it always hilarious?
Killing people in the middle of last word, 100% hit rate. Don't know why.
He love doing that, don't he?
Then Ray walks through the puddle of blood coming out of Otto's neck stump with tears on her face, on her wet face. She walks through the throne. Nobody can really see her from behind that she's, got the wet face. And she leaves bloody footsteps behind as she walks and sits on the throne uncomfortably.
That's a message. That basically was like, that was a symbolism of all the bloodshed and people having to die and her losing their children and all that stuff. It kind of culminated to that point. And like you say, I really do think if this would have been the end of last season, it would have hit differently.
Yeah, it wasn't subtext. It was text.
Message.
So then the bloody, the road to the throne is paved by blood, blah, blah, blah. And just as she takes the throne, because this moment was perfect, the music was perfect. Oh my God, it was so good. But then we hear in the background somebody being ushered into the throne room. It's Alicent and Helena, who was obviously caught because they had that shit on.
Child, they out there smell like rose petals and talking about, how did I get caught? Bitch, you don't look like nobody else here.
And they stand them in front of the corpse of Otto, who's been beheaded.
Yeah, so they look down and then they look up.
And Alicent and Ray's gaze meet as the music crescendos and then fade to black, the end. And you do have to wonder, how does Alicent see it? Because while we know she has no true love for her father, or I shouldn't say true love, but like she has a complicated relationship with her father. They was beefing, and she was willing to let her own son die. She knew the cost of giving up the throne to Rhaenyra. So you do have to wonder, like, what is going through her mind? Is it one of like,
because she don't know that he had been down there the whole time.
Yes. And does she feel a way, like now she's going to probably be a prisoner. She won't get that escape. Is Rhaenyra going to have political reasons not to just let her go?
Right.
She's been a prisoner in that castle her whole life, Alicent. So, and of course, this is a great way for the show to keep the two actors in proximity to each other and get scenes together and still be about these two women that are trying to wield power and all that stuff. But yeah, that was the end. What do you look forward to next week, Karen?
A lot. I'm looking forward to seeing if what the witch gonna do. Is she gonna save him?
Alice Rivers,
Alice,
and Amon.
Yes,
Yeah.
is she gonna save him? Probably Spike Damon. Also, I'm looking forward to. Let me see. To seeing. You have armies that are moving now. So and it look like everybody's going to the Harrenhal.
Hall.
So it's gonna be interesting because they all gonna show up there.
And if Amon is laid up, is Vagar in play? Because like, how fast can he be healed by Alice Rivers if she decides to heal him and help him? And if
So
the
there
dragons,
might be a war outside.
now
while
that
he's
King's
in
Landing has been taken, the dragons are free to go help the Targaryen host to fight this war, and so they can go be air support. And if Vagar's out of commission, that's a bad sign for Kristen Cole and Gwaine and them. But once again, I don't know, because also if Alice is able to help heal this man in record time, he could, Amon could be on Rhaegar fucking up the other people before the other dragons get there. So that timing is going to be very, very crucial.
And also, I want to see what's up with his brother, because it's not like his brother's heading in that direction too.
Aegon, yes.
And so it's going to be interesting to see if he makes it in enough time before that group gets up with his brother. Because once they get up with him, he's going to tell them the truth. I'm the king, blah, blah, blah. Not the truth,
Right.
but he's going to tell them his version of events.
Yes.
So whoever gets to them first will determine what they do, quote unquote. And his dragon is not dead. Amon's dragon is not dead.
Aegon's dragon.
Aegon, sorry. Aegon.
Sunfire?
Yes.
I don't know that we know that, though. I don't, like, that dragon got fucked up and we haven't seen it again.
No.
The
think it's
books are
dead.
one thing. I don't know that this show is not just doing whatever happens in the books. Like, we've seen that a lot. Even that stuff they had about the sheep stealer is not in the book. So I don't know that.
Yeah. But I'm under the assumption that it's not.
Yeah,
dead.
you
Like,
believe
I'm
it's
guessing.
alive. You just said it, but you said it like matter of factly. I'm saying you could be right.
Yes.
Just the show hasn't necessarily given us any reason to think that dragon's alive.
Okay, yeah, I can understand.
You know what I'm
that.
saying? It could be, but also, like, what condition would it even be in? Like, it's
Right.
not. Anyway, I have a lot of questions. My last question is this, or looking forward to: Rhaenyra trying to rule. Getting the crown has been a singular pursuit, but ruling seems to be a pain.
Yes.
And once you're in charge of the people and the resources and allocating this, and you got a big hill to climb, because just like America, they don't want a woman president. So her ruling is going to be under scrutiny, unlike any of the other a man would have been necessarily.
Yeah, and also she didn't take any counsel. So
Yeah.
before, normally when this transition happens, you have people there that you can automatically put in positions to help you, and they do their job, blah, 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 blah. But she just basically showed up and was like, "Hey,
Well,
who's gonna
make the cut?
Yep, who's gonna make the
Because
cut?
I mean, obviously Damon is gonna be involved. Will Massaria be involved?
Well, yeah.
I'm assuming so.
Yeah, with her hand make
will
it.
Yeah, well, those, I mean, because there's people that betrayed her at Dragonstone that she might be like, nah, not you.
Right.
You never really believed in this shit or whatever. But her numbers are so low in those areas, she might have to have some people like Corlys, I'm assuming, be maybe masters of ships or something. Like,
Right.
I can't wait to see how she fills out her council, because how she rules is going to be, it's going to really be interesting considering what she's been through to get the seat and what she needs to do to keep it.
Yeah, and those things are not going to be the same. And also, it's going to be interesting to see that Allison's boy that we ain't never seen before, that got that dragon, who's off somewhere.
Darren. Yeah, Darren Targaryen got a claim to the throne.
Is he gonna be like,
anything happens to Aemon or Aegon, he next up, and I can see people rallying behind him.
Yes, sir.
But he's young and his dragon's small, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to all that. We'll be back next week. Thank you for listening. Thanks for the patience. Thanks for everyone who listens live.
Yes, sir.
And leaves comments. Thank you for sharing it as well. We're trying to help grow, especially this episode, because people like this stuff. I'll work on maybe seeing if I can get some viral clips or social media stuff to work on this, but I'm very rudimentary about that stuff. But all right, y'all. Thank you for listening. We'll be back. Until next time, I love you.
I love you too.
Mwah. Bye, everybody. Y'all have a good rest of the night. Peace. Thanks for listening.